How do you go about defining a salary range? I mean, let's say we know where the starting point is, right? I mean, because that's a whole different conversation, although not a bad one to have. But once you've started, you got the starting point, let's say, I don't know, whatever, 40 grand a year, whatever it is.
Right, whatever it is. Yeah.
How do you define a range from there? How do you approach it?
Very scientifically.
Okay.
You just make it up. I mean, I can tell you in the beginning, I was like, well, I don't know. I just made it up. And like, okay, so let's start this. And I never use round numbers. I think it's more effective to say, okay, this starting range is $42,000 through, $540.
Yep.
And, the range is up to $54,890,
Amazing.
Because people look at those numbers and goes, wow, they really thought about that.
It's not an arguable number, right?
No, it's just that's it, and some people are going to look at that and go, oh, that's just not enough for me. Well, you can have that discussion. Go, well, gee, based on your experience, we're going to start you at, 49. It's all arbitrary. Now, over time, I think you will learn that range works. This range doesn't.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
You can't pay a level 1 tech that, or boy, level 2 techs making 80 grand a year, or 150,000 a year.
Sure.
For your business, it all depends, and you have to continue to tweak things. Adjusting.
So I have a question. Yes. Given your example, there was about a 15 to 20% gap between the low end of the range and the high end of the range. Is that something that you have ever thought about before, or no?
No, I just start with some numbers that I know. Number one, the bottom number is the most important. Of course, with.
Yes,
and then you're going to give them some range, and then you have to put them in the spreadsheet and compare them to the other positions that you've got.
Yep.
And I really like, even people that aren't maybe used to getting paid on performance. I love tying bonuses. I would much rather give a bonus than increase your salary, right? Because if I increase your salary, that's it forever.
Yeah, you can't go backwards. That's right.
You're never taking that away.
That's right.
So with a bonus, like, well, here's your base. And, if your department produces, this, you're going to get a bonus of whatever.
Yeah.
And I've had people get 6-figure bonuses in great years. And that was awesome because we had the cash to do it.
Of course.
But then the next year, maybe we didn't. And we only gave them a 5% bonus.
Yeah.
So they're tied into the performance of their job,
their company.
Yeah, right. The company, all those kinds of things.